and I'm presenting the case of the Knoxtown team, Linguini versus Rising Star Student. I will be representing the Linguini family. On December 10, 2023, Lucy Linguini and Amanda Linguini were at a gymnastics competition at the Rising Star Student. The head coach, Tabitha Jones, and Larry Lambert, the owner of Rising Star Student, were at the competition as well. Lucy Linguini is a very talented gymnast with a bright future ahead. While Lucy Linguini was in her puberty, the beam wobbled greatly and she fell all the way down from the high beam. Lucy Linguini was admitted to the hospital and had later found out that she had broken her leg and would not be able to compete in her dream, the All-State Championship. Today, I will prove to you that the Rising Star Student beam was faulty and that the Rising Star Student should be held liable for Lucy Linguini's emotional and physical damages. Lucy Linguini is a very talented gymnast with potential to go to the Olympics. This competition was a very important competition to Lucy because it could help her get to the Junior Olympics. Jen Jones, the head coach, Tabitha Jones' daughter, was competing on the other team, Action Gymnastics. Jen Jones got a really good score, and in order for Lucy to win, Lucy would have to get a better score than her. Before Lucy was seen, Lucy and Amanda Linguini both witnessed Tabitha Jones touching the beam. You will later hear how the beam felt unsafe, faulty, and unfamiliar while Lucy was performing. When Lucy landed her backhand quick step out, the beam wobbled and she fell and broke her leg. She screamed in pain. Paramedics quickly arrived and put Lucy in a stretcher. Before going to the ambulance, Lucy witnessed Jen Jones and her team giggling at her. Today, we will prove with the preponderance of the evidence that the Rising Star Student is responsible for Lucy Linguini's emotional and physical damages. Thank you.
David Casamanto. In the case of the not-so-balanced beam, I represent Rising Star Student. On December 10, 2023, the Rising Star Gym was hosting a two-day gymnastics meet. During this meet, the head coach, Tabitha Jones, was chalking up the beam before her gymnasts competed. After she was done, she gave the block of chalk to Lucy Linguini, the last gymnast to perform. During Lucy's routine, she fell on a back handspring step out and was pulled away on the stretcher. This fall caused her to break her leg and not advance to the state finals. We found out that Amanda Linguini is accusing Rising Star Gym of providing a faulty beam. The plaintiff and her witnesses will testify that Tabitha touched and tampered with the beam, but this is normal procedure as she was just talking. The plaintiff will fail to meet the burden of proof to show that the defendants are liable. Thank you for listening.
Please call your first witness, please.
Your Honor, I call Lucy Linguini to the stand.
There's only one Lucy? Okay, so one Lucy. Lucy, raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay.
Good morning, Lucy Linguini. When you were at the gymnastics competition on December 10, 2023, how did you feel when you performed on it? Can you tell us the details?
As you know, I've been a gymnast for most of my life, so I've been on a competition beam many times. When I got on that beam, it felt different than any other beams I've been on before.
When you felt the beam at the competition, what did you believe caused you to fall?
Right when I fell off the beam, I knew it was because of how unsturdy and broken the beam was, different from any other beam I've gone on in my 10 years of gymnastics.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions from the defense?
Miss Lucy Linguini, you had a prior injury before the meet and fell. Did it make you less sure-footed?
Yes, I did football walking my dog last week, and I was a little shaky 2 days before the competition. But the day before the competition, I was sticking my back handspring step out, even though I was still sore.
Did you have a problem with the beam while warming up?
No, the beam didn't wobble while I was warming up.
No further cross-examination?
No.
Thank you. You may step down. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Good morning, Miss Amanda Linguini. How does your daughter usually do on beam at competitions?
She's usually amazing on beam, very consistent and never really falls. She always gets high scores.
Miss Linguini, did your daughter look okay after the golf incident? No bruises, swelling, limping, or anything?
No, it was only a minor fall. I didn't see anything wrong with her.
Thank you.
Any cross-examination?
Mrs. Linguini, isn't it fair to believe that parents would do anything for their children, perhaps even lie?
Yes, I would do anything for her if she was emotionally or physically hurt.
Did you see any other competitors have problems with the beam throughout the meet?
No, I did not see anyone have any problems with the beam throughout the whole 3-day meet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Defendant, would you like to call any witnesses?
I would like to call to the stand Tabitha Jones.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You may proceed.
Miss Tabitha Jones, why were you over by the beam before Lucy and Winnie's routine?
I was over by the beam because I was putting some chalk on it for Lucy's routine so she wouldn't slip. I must say, when I was chalking the beam, it felt pretty sturdy to me.
Miss Jones, when you got the beam inspected, how did it go?
We had gotten the beam inspected on December 8th, 2023 by 2 BDI judges, and we passed the inspection.
Thank you.
Okay. Any cross-examination complaint?
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Jones. Is it true that your daughter is your number one priority and that you push her?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course I love her and would do anything to help her beat other competition so that she can make it to the Olympics.
Miss Jones, you were reportedly the last person to touch the beam before Lucy's routine. Is that true?
Yes, I was putting chalk on the beam for Lucy to help her, not hurt her. Chalk helps with sweaty feet and staying balanced on the beam.
Thank you.
You may step down. Thank you.
I would like to call Larry Lambert to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Excuse me, jury, we need you attention to the front, please. Okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. Everybody speak loudly into the microphone. Everyone can hear you now. Ready to see.
Mr. Larry Lambert, you mentioned that the beam meet equipment was checked before the meet on December 8th, 2023. What do they do to check the equipment?
We get 2 BDI judges to check the height and stiffness of the beam, making sure it can be adjusted properly so it's ready to beam.
Mr. Lambert, is it typical for the beam to be chalked in between drills?
Yes, chalk helps making the beam less slippery.
Thank you.
Any cross-examination complaint?
Yes. Mr. Lambert, would you say Jen Jones prioritizes her daughter Jen Jones over the success of Rising Sergeant?
Yes, I would say that Tabitha Jones wishes for her daughter's success, but she also values the success here at Rising Sergeant.
Mr. Lambert, do you trust Tabitha enough to know that she wouldn't jeopardize the safety of her own gymnast?
Yes, I would say that I trust my employee. She is the best coach we have. She wishes to help her gymnast, not hurt them.
Thank you.
Thank you. You may step down. Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we give you the case, now this is what we call summations of closing statements. And at this point, the defense attorney and this plaintiff's attorney will tell you what they believe you have heard and what all that evidence means and why you should render a verdict in their favor. First, we'll start with the defendant on the close.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Fred Wagner. After the preponderance of the evidence we have given you, we have provided that Rising Surgeon is not liable for these injuries. Therefore, Dr. Sargent is responsible. If the beam were to be faulty, wouldn't other gymnasts have problems when they were competing? This shows Rising Surgeon is not liable for this beam's fault. We've acted on behalf of any reasonable person would do in this situation. First, I would like to mention, in this case, she hurt her foot last week while watching her dog before the meet. Even though there was no visible evidence her foot was still injured, her foot could have still been in pain or sore from the fall before. Our second piece of evidence, when Tabitha Jones stated she was chalking the beam, she would have had to touch the beam with foot chalk line. As she stated, she felt the beam foot chalk line. The beam was not wobbling. To chalk the beam, you have to touch the beam and get the chalk onto the beam itself. It was, as my final piece of evidence for this case, the only two people who are stating that the beam was wobbling are Amanda and Lucy. playing games also being normal, other than Amanda and Lucy, who was playing with alcohol. Amanda and Lucy never touched Sabine herself to see if it wobbled. She stated she saw it wobble, but if she was in the audience, watching from afar, she wouldn't have been able to see the beam wobble unless it was wobbling so much it was noticeable. Even if the beam was that wobbly, Lucy would have fell earlier into the routine than she did. Those are the reasons we believe that Rising Stars Gym is not liable for Lucy the Boom's injuries.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Melania West, and as you have heard from the preponderance of the evidence that we have provided, Rising Stars Gymnastics is liable for Lucy Linguini's emotional and physical damages. Miss Amanda Linguini and Lucy Linguini saw Tabitha Jones touch the beam before Lucy's routine. We have also shown that Lucy Linguini's fall while walking her dog Leslie did not have anything to do with her fall in the competition. Lucy is a very talented gymnast and training for 10 years and would know if the beam was faulty or not. And as Tabitha Jones said, Jen is her number one priority. Lucy had a bright future ahead of her with big dreams. Everything got prepared for her that very moment. This has caused her mental and physical trauma. Her favorite thing in the world is gone, and now her dreams to go big are over. Amanda Linguini managed the beam leaving her involvement. She is an eyewitness of this case, and her testimony should be valued. And from what you have heard, Your Honor, this preponderance of the evidence shows that the Rising Stars Gym should be held liable for Lucy Linguini's physical and emotional damages. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, jury, before I think